Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
We are back for another edition of Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Crispy Bacon here with the EST of Between the Ropes, Christy Wilson. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Let's talk about some wrestling because it's been kind of crazy lately.
It has been crazy. A couple pay-per-views building up.
Yep.
A special event in NXT.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All of that. Raw had an interesting, I guess, return.
Mm-hmm.
In their home country, home province.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like Judgment Day was going to attack Sami Zayn, and he goes, "Why do you think I would come here of all places to fight you guys alone?" And then you hear his music. Pop was crazy.
When you said that, I thought Kevin Owens.
Yeah, immediately. Well, they were in Quebec. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are both from that province of Canada, and there you go.
We have Thomas saying good evening.
Good evening.
But yeah, I'm glad Kevin Owens returned.
Me too.
It was well needed. He needed to come back. I'm glad it was in Canada.
Yeah, Thomas is also glad KO came back.
I am too.
Me too.
Gunther is dethroned, kind of.
No, well, still has the title. He still has the title. He did lost the match, but he still gets to carry around the belt.
They need to fix that rule.
Mm-hmm. I agree, they do.
What else happened? Oh, we had a little Trish Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
Becky
Zoe Stark. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Looks like their match is set for Payback in a steel cage.
I'm glad they did it for Payback.
Yeah, they did. I think it just seems better that way.
Yeah. Kind of like the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That match was pretty good.
That was pretty good. And I still think Gunther's going to hold on to that title until he breaks the Honky Tonk Man's record.
Which is not long.
And then, not long. You think he's got about a week and a half left to go, I think. Excuse
me. I could see him being dethroned at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
But,
Thomas, maybe they'll do a rematch next Saturday. What is next Saturday, Thomas? Or is it? Are you referring to? I think he's referring to Payback.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it happen, but I think that's when Gunther ties the Honky Tonk Man, and then day after he breaks the record.
This Saturday's All In.
Oh yeah, All In. That's in London though. Gunther is not going to London.
No, but I'm saying that as far as events.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's the big one there.
Yeah.
Oh, Payback is next Saturday.
Yeah.
Next Saturday. Okay, sorry.
Which should be a good event. Right now, there's only 3 matches. We all know there's
Payback,
more.
Yeah. Yeah, there's more coming. I think SmackDown's going to announce maybe a couple of them as well, and then Raw will probably finish that up, and then we'll see what happens. And then next SmackDown. So yeah.
We had our first. What'd you say? Tag team match with the new tag team. Whatever you want to call
Women's
them.
Tag Team Champions.
Impromptu women's tag team champions.
Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Oh my god. There's a video online of them like sanitizing the heck out of those women's tag team titles, saying we must clean the curse off these belts. I'm like, I don't
I
know what
think
the heck you guys are using, but I don't think it's working.
I think in order to clean that off, you don't win the title.
Exactly. You let someone else take care of that. But oh boy.
We learned what Shinsuke Nakamura said to Seth Rollins yet last week.
I know about your back.
I think
Yeah,
what
he
they
said
say,
some back problem.
like 2 bone breaks or something like that.
I think if I remember the WWE 365 episode on Seth, I remember watching. He went to a rehab facility in Davenport, Iowa, and he found out he had two I think it's stress fractures in his vertebrae, I think.
Oh wow.
And yeah, two of them. And I think he's been trying to work through the pain and having to deal with it for a long time. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Becky, please get through to him, talk to him, heck, even get his mom to get after him, because I'm beginning to think if he and Shinsuke end up having a match at Payback, that might be a way to write Seth off so that he can go take care of his back. I'm almost thinking the poor guy's going to have surgery if it's not getting any better.
Yeah, when Shinsuke was talking about that, about he knows about about his back.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, maybe Shinsuke is gonna finally win a championship.
He might. And I'm almost thinking if they had plans for Damian Priest's Money in the Bank cash in to be a failure, they might change it to a successful cash in.
That could be.
That could be. Yeah, I agree, Thomas. I think it's time for Seth to drop the belt and take care of his back. I'm with you there. Your health is way more important, and he's got a little girl. He's got a little girl, so I think he needs to focus on her
He's been
and get
fighting.
himself better. All right, I gotta take these out because I'm running out of battery power. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, he's been out or not out, but wrestling for a little bit. I think it's time that he needs to rest. He wrestled during the pandemic in the Thunderdome. And even he wrestled before that in 2019, prior to all that.
Yeah. No, I remember that. He talked about it a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I put my AirPods on the charger. I get the alert sound letting me know your AirPods are about ready to run out of battery power.
I always hated that.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like it either. But yeah,
he needs to rest.
He does. He's been long overdue. Yeah, Thomas said, I'm afraid that one bad bump is going to seriously hurt him. Yeah. Like the one time he did the seemingly innocent sunset flip move and pretty much almost tore his knee right off.
Right.
The thing he did not tear the patella tendon in his knee, that really would have been the end of things for him.
No. Yeah. And I think he's won every title.
He's a Grand Slam champion, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's
NXT
left.
title, Universal, WWE World Heavyweight title, the old belt, and the new one, Intercontinental, Tag Team. You name it, he's done it. What else does he really have to prove? Yeah,
he's won all that, Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't think he's won a Rumble that I could recall.
He won the 2019 Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, he did. That's right. He did. Yeah. So I mean, I think he's good. He can take a 6-month break.
He can afford to. He can afford to, have his back, take care of his back, get healed up, and then when he comes back, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a pretty damn big comeback. But then again, if he does retire, he's done everything. His road to the Hall of Fame is he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Now he could technically retire next year.
He could.
He's in.
He's in.
But I mean, it's not like the NFL where it's like, oh, you gotta wait 5 years.
Yeah, and you're like.
It's more like you retire next year. You're like, I'm in.
Yep. Happened with Edge. I think he went and had a surgery, and then I think a year or two later, he was in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, yikes.
That's when you know it's serious.
Yeah, exactly. Triple fusion neck surgery. Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's not good.
Yeah. And we finally had a SmackDown that was not the Roman Reigns show on Friday. Yes.
Yay.
Yay.
But we did get some news about in a couple weeks for SmackDown.
Yeah, he's gonna. I think. Yeah, great. He's gonna be back.
Who is
Roman.
that too?
Jimmy. Solo. Because we know Jay quit and is now had his profile moved to the alumni page on WWE.com. Hey, Warren.
And Warren. But also, John Cena is going to return in a few weeks.
Oh my God. Da, 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 da.
It's really for their
Yeah.
Superstar Spectacular.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. He can't do any work on any, television or film projects because of the strikes going on in Hollywood, and neither can The Rock.
Yeah,
Yes,
but the
Warren.
weird thing is WWE won't let Rock come back, but they'll let Cena come back.
Yeah, that's
I'm confused.
That is confusing. It's like, why are you letting Cena come back but not let The Rock come back?
Because I saw a report that, first The Rock was going to come back, or talking about coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess WWE and the Screenwriters Guild or something like that said no.
Yeah, the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild of America. Yeah.
Yeah, but yet you can have Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Cena. I like The Rock.
I mean, yeah.
I think he would have
facing
done
Cody,
better.
that's why. Okay. That's crazy. I just don't get it. Wait, you let Cena back, or you're not going to let Dwayne back? It's not making any sense at all. Yeah,
No.
I agree, Thomas. Rock is a bigger Hollywood star than Cena. I mean, he has all the done the film franchises like Jumanji, Fast and the Furious. He's done The Mummy. He's done different types of films over the years. So he is a bona fide star in Hollywood, whereas Cena isn't even that. Is getting up there, but he's not that. Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to reach that level of success.
Mm-mm.
No, he's not even.
No.
It's not happening.
Cena's more the person that would go on,
Mm-hmm.
like, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
He's that person.
Yeah, he is.
And
that's
then
why
he'll do
Rock
a couple
won't be
comedies.
back until the strike. Yeah, according to Thomas, he says that's why Rock won't be back until the strike is over. I've been trying to avoid all the news on that stuff because what happens in Hollywood, I personally don't care about, but we'll see what happens. I haven't been hearing anything.
At least it doesn't affect the writing for WWE.
Yep, doesn't affect WWE. I don't think it affects AEW or any pro wrestling promotion that's out there right now at the moment because they don't have to deal with that sort of thing.
I think it just matters, like, I won't say sitcoms and other shows, but not like the reality shows.
Right, the reality shows like
TV.
Miz and Maurice can keep going with Miz and Mrs. all they want.
Yeah.
And they can still crank out episodes of that show. I know there's some more. There's a ton of them. It's kind of hard to. Yeah. I don't think I heard Ciampa's promo there, Thomas. I didn't. I think I know that. I think he made a reference to DIY, his former tag team with Johnny Gargano. As far as I know, but other than that, I don't think I saw that segment.
We finally saw Akira Tozawa. If you want to say.
Because the Miz and then was it LA Knight shows up?
LA Knight distracted
Let me
him.
talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah, and he sat on the sidelines and
You watched everything happen?
talked.
Yeah. So I think it was last SmackDown. He called Austin Theory cross-eyed half twit. He's funny, and he's so over. Yeah, Tozawa. He was there, Thomas.
Yeah, he fought the Miz. That was Miz's
He got
handpicked opponent.
squashed. He got so squashed. Poor guy.
They need to use
Ugh.
him more. I don't know.
They do. They do. It's
They
like,
did
don't
for
use him as a ninja.
205.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, like he was great on 205 Live. I watched a lot of that. That's how I got to know about Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, Tozawa, obviously. And it was a fun show, and they were even starting to get their own matches on WrestleMania.
On Raw.
I remember,
Yeah.
because if I remember, WrestleMania
And they,
35 was Tony Nese who beat Buddy Murphy for the cruiserweight title. I was like, yeah,
weren't they like a property of Raw?
probably, yeah, they were. Yeah, according to Thomas, the program with the Miz is going to help Knight. How? So when I look at the Miz, I see someone who put anyone in a feud with him, and excuse me, it's just not going to happen. It's just nothing really major happens as far as I know.
I feel like this feud, if you want to call it a feud, with LA Knight may lead to something.
I hope so.
It's looking like it, but I'm not
Yeah.
100% on that.
I mean, it should have been LA Knight being the number one contender for that United States title against Rey Mysterio, not Austin Theory. That just felt really. I didn't like that at all. It's like, why are you giving Austin Theory another chance? Put him in another. If you're gonna have him, if you have so much faith in this guy, put him in a feud with, like, I don't know, probably crushed by Gunther. I don't know.
I think what they should do is have I don't know. You could do like a LA street fight where, no pun intended.
I know, no pun intended. I'm sorry.
But you could have The Miz, Grayson Waller, and an LA Knight.
Yeah.
Or you can have them in a faction. I don't know.
Yeah. But Thomas is saying Miz is a grizzled veteran and can help elevate Knight to the next level. Miz is a really good worker. Yeah. It's too bad his in-ring character is a whiny wannabe A-lister. Like, I've done movies, I've done challenges. No, Miz.
I know.
No, Miz is like, no, I almost want to say, tell me what movie have you been in that I've seen you in, and I'm thinking, none.
What was that movie he made?
The Marine, I think. I think he did one like Santa's Little Helper, so I don't know.
I kind of remember something about that.
Yeah, he did a franchise of films called The Marine, and I think The Miz was in about 3 of them, I think.
Not counting what
I've seen clips, and the only thing I'm thinking is, no, I'm not even gonna rent that. It looks like garbage.
His movies?
Mm-hmm. Not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think of SmackDown this past week? I know Friday's coming, but
it wasn't bad. I mean, no Roman, so okay, that was no member of the Bloodline, period.
Well, if you want to count Paul Heyman.
Well, yeah, Heyman. Him, yeah. I don't know. It was interesting. We had the LA Knight segment we called Austin Theory a cross-eyed half-twit, and amongst other things, and I don't know. It's a pretty interesting show.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, nothing really. None that come to my mind. I don't think it was really worth talking about much. I mean, if there's no Roman, no bloodline related thing, then it's like, what's the point? I mean, even Heyman's not enough to get me to even remotely pay attention. Unless you talk about his interview segments with Kayla Braxton, where he's just being mean to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't quite remember really what.
No, me neither.
What happened? I know they did flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. Jay quitting. Jimmy pleading his case. Like, I only did what I did to prevent you from becoming like him.
Did he quit?
And Roman's like, wait, what? Wait, what do you mean become like me? Oh yeah, the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing major significance on SmackDown is Edge versus Sheamus. I
The
forgot this was
potential last match.
the potential last match. There's also was his according to Edge, his contract I think supposedly expires either September or October, but this was the last match on his contract. And the fact it was in Toronto in his hometown, he got to have his family there, his wife and their 2 girls.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Now the question is, like you said, it either expires in September, October. We'll figure that out soon.
Yeah.
Well,
Like what happens next?
yeah, because there's a lot of rumors him going to
Alright.
All In.
Yeah. Well, could he go to London? I don't know.
He could to support Christian,
Or kick Christian's butt.
or do that.
Or he could appear at All Out, which is a week after All In, because the TNT title is gonna be Darby Allin versus Luchasaurus. And if you see the storyline on AEW is Christian's walking around wearing that belt when it's actually his dinosaur buddy who's the actual champion who should be carrying the belt, and Christian's delusional as you know what.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking we hear Metal English. I probably got that name of that song mispronounced by Alter Bridge playing, and I can only imagine just the look of complete shock on Christian's face, like.
Mm-hmm.
And the announcer's going insane. And you see Edge come out. I don't know if he's going to come out as Edge or by his actual name.
Or if he'll come out as a Brood.
Yeah. No, Thomas says, Edge won't be in London since his contract isn't officially up. So, no, he's
he
not.
could.
I figured he's
He
not
could
going
be
to
in the
London.
stands.
He could be a spectator.
Yeah.
He's bought a ticket.
He could be, and then go backstage and whatever.
Yeah.
But
that too. Or he could be in Chicago for All Out.
Yeah, that would probably be more likely.
Yeah, and I'm sure the crowd in Chicago will pretty much lose it if they see him come out.
Or if they're in Toronto some point. I don't know.
Some point then he shows up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to, if he does go to AEW, I would like it to be at least a one-off appearance, just a one-off. Because if his official intention is to retire, then just do one-off appearance and then move on.
Kind of like RV.
Oh, yeah. You have to use a different name as WWE owns the name Edge. Okay. He could go by his actual name. Adam Copeland. He could do that.
It's always weird when I hear
some old ring names from the past. I can't name all of them because I only know them as Edge. That's it.
Yeah, it's always weird when you're like, okay, we're going to name the wrestler, but by their real name.
Yeah. Well, John Cena competes under his actual name, John Cena.
Yeah, but you always said that you don't mind,
no.
Giving half the credit to, WWE.
You can be Thomas, you can be just the corner. Oh, no. I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I still like Edge.
I heard rumor that Big Show, all right, might make a comeback.
He might. I mean, hopefully, if he's physically feeling up to it, he could have a match.
He could.
He could. It's up, like I said, up to him. But who would he face? He's faced like I think a couple of people in a couple of pay-per-views. It was a shit. It's funny. Like he did that QT Marshall. I'm like, I know this is not serious, but oh god.
So I think there's only 3 matches, and we'll go over the speculations of the others here in a minute. But we got Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus steel cage match. That should be a good match.
This should be a good one as long as you keep Zoe Stark outside of the cage. I mean, I would just look everywhere, make sure she's not hiding anywhere. She can't get away with anything. And also, please keep every pair of bow cutters in the building as far away from her as possible, because once they lock it, she's going to try and bust in there and try and help Trish. Because I think Becky without any interference, I think Becky wins. Okay. Paul White is teasing that Captain Insano could appear at All In. That's another alter ego of his. I think that was a character he created in the movie The Waterboy, wasn't it? Let me look it up real fast here. I don't know. Yeah, the Adam Sandler movie.
Maybe.
Go Wikipedia.
I watched the movie, but that's been so long.
Yeah, I know. Waterboy. Let's see. Let's see.
I forgot about that.
I forgot. I'm looking. Yeah, here it is. This was in The Waterboy.
Oh,
I looked. Yeah.
That was a good one. I forgot about it.
That was funny. All right. Yeah, I was right.
Don't hurt me, Big Show.
Like, what movie was he in?
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
But no, that should be a fun match.
That should be.
I'm sure Zoe Stark's gonna climb the cage.
Yeah, hopefully she's not afraid of heights. Because that cage is pretty high up. And remember, this isn't like Hell in a Cell where there's a roof on the top.
That's why I was thinking she could hide under the ring, but there's nowhere to climb out of.
There's no, she'd have to climb the side. She would have to climb the sides.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And then you have the two championship matches so far. I'm sure there's going to be more to come.
Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio.
That's not confirmed.
Oh, good point by Thomas here. Maybe Lita finally returns. Yeah, possible.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We have Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep.
That's confirmed.
That is confirmed. Yep. World Heavyweight title on the line.
And then you got.
Does Shinsuke win? Does Seth retain? Do we get a Damian Priest Money in the Bank cash in? I don't honestly know.
Well, at this point, you would.
Yes. It would make sense because it's a pay-per-view and it's not a random episode of Raw.
It's a random pay-per-view episode.
It's a random pay. It just got thrown in there. It just didn't. I don't know. Them bringing that back, it made no sense whatsoever. Like, why? Thought you guys were trying to cut down on the number of pay-per-views, so there weren't so many. Kind of get the fans excited for a pay-per-view or a premium live event, if you want to call it that.
I mean, I like Payback. I always liked Payback, the structure and all that. But I don't know. You could do it every other year.
You could. I mean, it's possible.
You can do a lot.
If he feels that it's best to do it every other year, he'll do it.
And you can do a lot of the specialty pay-per-views, like a Hell in a Cell.
Oh yeah, like Hell in a Cell. I loved it being a part of WrestleMania. I'm like, this is what it's all about, not just a random pay-per-view. Well, this thing is part of something big and something special.
Well, every other year you could have it twice.
You could.
Like as its own pay-per-view and at WrestleMania.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you could do it that way.
I think it'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, that was Payback card so far. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what it's looking. Hopefully KO and Sami Zayn are up to the challenge of defending their tag team titles, but I don't know who you defended against. I know they're feuding with the Judgment Day.
The only ones I can think of would be Ludwig Kaiser and Vinci.
Oh, Imperium, yeah, that might be, yeah, and Vinci.
Or, yeah, like you said, Finn Balor, Damian Priest.
Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Or you could somehow, I think they're gonna put in a Survivor Series for that pay-per-view, War Games.
Maybe.
It's looking like it. JD McDonough. Yeah, it's kind of in the middle. You got Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins. If he's still,
if he's still there by then, because if not, they're really gonna have to look hard for someone else.
But then you could put. What do you have to put? if you have
Shinsuke.
four, yeah, I kind of put everything. I was trying to even things up. You gotta have
Okay.
JD in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You can go.
It looks like his allegiance is to Judgment Day because of
Yeah,
Finn Balor being his former trainer.
but if they're not going to go the angle of, you know, Damian Priest.
Or JD is Hornswoggle Jr.
He looks it.
He was looking not a very tall guy. Let's put it to you that way. He's not a
I
very
mean, you
tall
can
guy.
see it in the face a little bit. I
You
guess.
can see in the. He's got that. He's got that Hornswoggle mean look to him. Oh my god.
But I guess what you could do for payback is Damian Priest versus JD McDonough.
You could.
Winner stays in Judgment Day.
And winner gets to go off and do his own thing, or loser has to leave and he's on his own.
Right.
Yeah.
You could do something like that
Yeah.
for payback.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. JD is Hornswoggle Jr.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, we'll see what else builds up for payback because those are the only those are three matches that are set and are official.
So, what do you think of Lacey Evans departing
Released.
WWE?
I still think she was not given a fair chance. You tried to repackage her, it just didn't work. I mean, she was better off as the sassy Southern Belle, but I can understand how long can she keep going being that character.
I kind of liked her the Southern Belle.
Woman's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked well with Baron Corbin.
Yep. Even though I think she carried that partnership with Corbin because I don't think he really truly carried his weight. But you're going up against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I don't know. It's a little hard to do.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was kind of her best run.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't say it was the greatest run, but it was her
No,
best
it wasn't.
run.
I do remember she did try a tag team. A tag team with Peyton Royce of the Iconics after she and Billie Kay were forced to split up. That really didn't work because they really didn't have any camaraderie or chemistry.
No.
So I remember they tried teaming up when watched an episode of Main Event and Lacey Evans had to go up against Nikki Cross in a match. I could tell I was like, this is not going to work.
Oh, I guess Raquel Rodriguez made a return to NXT.
She did. I think it was Rhea and Dominic versus Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria in a match, and Raquel came back and took out Rhea, and Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria won the mixed tag match, and I think Dragon Lee wants the North American title rematch. And I know NXT has a pay-per-view called No Mercy coming up, so that I'm thinking that might be where that match happens.
And then The Rock's daughter got kidnapped tonight.
Mm-hmm. Braun Breaker came out with a spear, like he's looking like he's got shot straight out of a cannon. And I'm like, whoa, dude, where'd you come from? Yeah, Raquel versus Rhea should happen. Well, it might happen at Payback, Thomas. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It'd be funny if they pick up the story at Payback and you see Braun Breaker, continuing the story like he, took the kidnapped body,
right,
to Payback. Like,
yeah,
you start here. I don't know.
I don't know either. They had NXT Heatwave. I know Tiffany Stratton cut a promo where she said, "I have a better NXT Women's Champion," and all these. She starts ticking off names. She ticks off one name, and that name has never been NXT Women's Champion.
Who is that?
Yet, I think her name is Becky Lynch.
Well, I mean, after
Thanks for planting an idea there, lady. Let's go.
I mean, after
Where is
the
she?
match, if she makes it,
Has not. I haven't been NXT Women's Champion yet.
that'd be an interesting.
I mean, Becky had some great matches in NXT. She just never won that one title. She's won everything else. She's a Triple Crown champion, but she would win that. I think she'd be considered a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
But what's the point of sending Becky down to NXT anyway? Just to put Tiffany over? I think Tiffany's put herself over. I don't think she needs someone like Becky to put her over.
I think a lot of those superstars put each other over.
That's true.
I think.
We'll see.
Not much to talk about in NXT or Raw, SmackDown.
No, I mean, Carmelo Hayes is still champion. Let's see. We mentioned the mixed tag team match. Dragon Lee wants his rematch against Dominic for the North American title.
Fighting champion.
Attacking Rhea at NXT. And then, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. It wasn't. Oh, yeah. Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams was actually a fairly good match. Nelia won, so I don't know where that's where he's going on that, but does it lead to him going up against Carmelo Hayes for the title? I don't really know.
And then we also have the much anticipated, I would think.
Yeah.
All in AEW.
Match cards come together nicely.
Oh, I'm sorry. 8 matches if you want to count the main.
If you want to count the 0-hour match,
it'd be 9.
Ring of Honor tag team match.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the Aussie Open. Mark Davis.
Adam Cole and MJF.
Yeah, that would probably be your main event.
No, MJF and Adam Cole are the main event for the
That's what I'm saying. That would be your main event.
0-hour. I don't see Adam Cole and MJF winning those titles. I don't. Because Aussie Open is a really good tag team. They are really good. I mean, they've had success in New Japan.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to have, them fight for for 2 championships, but keep one.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You got. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say you got FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
Yes, it's gonna be the rubber match. It's like I think this was a trilogy. They built it up to such a point where it feels right. Have those titles be put on the line at All In London.
They have tested themselves.
Yes. I mean, FTR had 3 fantastic matches against the Briscoes in Ring of Honor. They were all really good. And it's a nice story arc with that. Just like this is with FTR versus Young Bucks. It's a nice story arc here. That's probably going to come to a conclusion.
And that's what I think a lot of people like about AEW is that they do tell stories.
They do. They're getting better. They are really getting better at it, I think.
I think the WWE's kind of dropped it a little bit.
Kind of have. I mean, this seems their main focus is either the Bloodline, and everything else is very secondary. Like Judgment Day, it feels very secondary. WWE is sucking people in with the whole Bloodline storyline. I'm personally tired of it myself because it's just been going on for so long. I'm like, I can't keep up anymore.
Right, but I also kind of feel like, I mean, you can kind of say it with WWE as well, but
yeah,
I feel like AEW has a lot of shows.
They do. Well, they have 3 shows.
Yeah.
2 of them are 2 hours long, or each 2 hours long, with Dynamite on Wednesdays, Collision on Saturday. Rampage is only 1 hour long on Fridays. But that's in a bad time slot anyway, because people get done watching SmackDown. Do they really want to watch a 3rd hour of wrestling, even if it is a different promotion? I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
More matches with all
Hikaru
Shida versus Saraya,
Tony Storm,
Toni Storm,
Saraya, and Britt
Dr. Britt
Baker.
Baker, DMD.
In a
Women's
four-way
world
match
title. Yep, women's
for the
title on the line.
Yep. Didn't they go through a tournament?
Yeah, they did a little bit. I knew
Looks
Sheeta was
like-
going to make it. The other three, I was not 100%. Toni Storm had invoked her rematch clause, so she automatically got in. Saraya and Dr. Britt Baker each had to win their matches to get into this this fatal four-way. And I know some people are saying give it to Saraya because it's going to be in London. It's going to be in her home country of England. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. She'd have won that title a couple of weeks ago. Do you really want to take it off of her? Do you really want her to be a transitional champion? I mean, Saraya can still go in the ring, but because of her past neck issues, I don't think she wants to go as much.
Right.
So I think you really got to keep that into consideration.
Yeah, Toni Storm had to buy.
Because she wanted a rematch, wish granted, and there you go.
Britt Baker beat the Bunny.
She did.
Saraya beat Sky Blue.
Yep.
And then Hikaru beat Anna Jay.
Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
I think who'd she beat? I'm trying to remember. Oh man, I don't remember. I think Shida's retaining though. I mean, as much as the idea of having Saraya win in her home country is great, and the fans would probably get behind her, I don't see Shida being a transitional champion. I just don't. Because when she first won that championship 3 years ago, it was in front of nobody really, except whoever the audience was made up of AEW talent that wasn't getting used on television.
True.
Yeah. I was like, give Shida a chance to have a good reign in front of fans, actual fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next you have Darby Allin Sting versus
Swerve Strickland and AR Fox.
Yeah, in a tag
team match.
Yep. Have they ever done a tag team coffin match?
I don't
I've seen
believe they've done coffin matches, but not a tag team coffin match. I wonder if you have to put both guys in the coffin and shut the lid. Here, I'll comment from Thomas. The big pop the Saraya would get is too hard to pass up, though. I get it. I absolutely get it. I just don't personally hate the idea of Hikaru Shida being a transitional champion just so Saraya can get the belt. That just makes no sense to me whatsoever. And AEW is mostly known for not having a transitional champion. This is as far as I know.
Like the interim.
They only did it like 3 times.
3 times 2 minutes.
3 times 3 different titles.
I get it, but I don't know. That just seems kind of weird.
Yeah. No, and I don't think no, we haven't seen a tag team coffin match either, Thomas. So like I said, I wonder if it can have you put both of them in the coffin, or either one giant coffin big enough to fit 2 people, or you do 2 separate ones. I'm interested to see how that goes. So, ooh.
I've seen a tag team tables match.
I've seen a tag team 6-man tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Wasn't that with Ryback?
Yeah, it's versus the Shield. Yeah. I think it was Rollins crashed to the table. I still watch that on occasion. I can't help but laugh because I'm like, it was Ryback grabbed Rollins and pulled him down, so he crashed into the table.
That was the Shield's first official match.
That was fun though. Okay, All In, next match.
Yeah. All In. Ricardo.
TK can ask the Undertaker for one of his double wide, double deep coffins. Oh my god.
That'd be
great. Like, Mr. Calloway, can you bring your double wide, double deep coffin over to London, please, sir? Oh,
So-
if Tony Khan pulls that off, oh, that would be so good.
This coffin has
I don't
been
know if he'll do it though,
unwound.
but we'll see. Unless they can construct a double wide, double deep coffin.
I'm sure they can.
They
So
probably
we have
will.
this. We have a 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
Golden Elite
Mm-hmm.
and Adam Page versus Karuski
Takeshita.
in a Bullet Club Gold. Yeah.
Yeah, Switchblade Jay White and Rockard Juice Robinson. Yeah. I think this is gonna be. I mean, me personally, I think it's gonna be a tough match. But when you have Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and Kota Ibushi, forget it. I think they're gonna win.
You think so?
I think so. Unless Don Callis gets involved with a screwdriver, I have no clue.
I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be either because, yeah, Callis and Omega are in an on-screen feud right now. So, I would not be surprised seeing that bald-headed, you know what, stick his nose in where it doesn't belong.
I would have to say this next match will have to be the co-main event.
You're right.
It's the Stadium Stampede.
And we're still waiting to find out which three people are going to join Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. Because we already have the one team already assembled. They're missing 3 people. They need 3 more people. I don't know who they're going to get. Yeah, and Thomas is on Hangman, Kenny, and Ibushi winning their 6-man tag match.
You got Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Best friends.
Yep, Trent and Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta.
Yeah.
And the 5th guy. That's 4.
Looks like there's two people left.
Right. There on Blackpool Combat Club side, they do need 3 of the people. If Bryan Danielson has recovered enough from his broken arm, they got that he suffered from in his match against Okada at Forbidden Door, then I think he comes back. But the other 2 people, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thomas is saying there are rumors that Ray Phoenix won't be at All In. Yeah, I heard visa issues, which may explain why he has a match against Moxley on Dynamite tomorrow night. So I think that explains it because they want to get it out of the way first, so he can focus on getting his visa situation all straightened out.
But anything can happen between now and then. So I mean, I doubt it. Yeah,
I doubt it. It's not. I think the process takes a little bit of time, and he needs that time.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Ray Phoenix of the Lucha Brothers is not going to be making it isn't going to go across the Atlantic to London. I doubt it.
You got Will Ospreay and Chris Jericho.
This match was supposed to happen 2 years ago, but I guess better now than never.
And we're going to have a live band.
Yeah, the BCC is going to take Phoenix out tomorrow. That's probably going to allow AEW to write Ray Phoenix off so he can handle the visa situation if that's what's happening. Okay, Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. This was supposed to happen 2 years ago at Wrestle Kingdom in Japan, but because of COVID and lockdowns, it didn't happen.
What, they couldn't strap on
a mask? No.
Headsets? And...
Nope, doesn't sound like it. And...
Social distancing wrestling. Ready.
Yeah. Let's see if we can try and fight each other. Keep yourself 6 feet away from each other, but try and, do that.
First wrestling
that would not work. No, I don't think Pac's going to take Phoenix's place, Thomas, because I think Pac is still injured. Still recovering from an injury. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with him, though.
He's still recovering from that
I think so.
That cage match.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think he is.
Blood and guts cage match.
Yeah, the blood and guts cage match. I still think he's recovering from that. So,
I think Ospreay.
Ospreay. I think Ospreay's going to beat Jericho because he's on such a roll after he beat Omega at Forbidden Door for the IWGP US title. It kind of makes sense to kind of keep that momentum going for Ospreay because, I mean, who knows what this could honestly lead up to for him.
So do you think Will Ospreay would come out of the ring to the ring first, and then Jericho would come out second?
He might.
because that's
I'm
the
sure that London crowd, yeah, nobody knows what Pac's injury is, so it could be. Yeah, it's true, Thomas. But back to Jericho. I don't think it matters if he comes out first or second. You are going to have the crowd at Wembley singing Judas. They're going to do it because they've probably seen us American folks in arenas sing that song, as well as up in Canada.
Yep. But this
It's
time
like
there's a band. His band's going to be there.
his band's going to be there. Yeah, he announced it on social media. His band is going to play at All In. That's probably like the biggest gig of his and his band's entire music career. So
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
it's going to be huge.
So that's why I
Especially
thought
over 80,000 people probably packing the stadium. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 90,000 before all the wrestlers get to land in London. So that's gonna be crazy.
It will be crazy.
They have set records there.
I'm hoping for Jericho. I like seeing Jericho every now and then.
Yeah.
Kind of like this next matchup, CM Punk and Samoa Joe.
The real world championship. That nice belt with an X over it. That's so NWO like. I like it.
What is it, MTV?
Oh gosh, jeez, Mongoose McQueen will be singing himself to the ring. No, we're to CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. We'll just say Ricky Rabies from Heels versus Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. If you've seen both of those shows, you know who I'm talking about. Okay.
Battle of the Bands.
Now, it's Punk and Joe have a history, and this is built from Collision. And if you saw Saturday's Collision, where CM Punk got the idea, I'll go in disguise and beat Joe up as this character named the Golden Vampire.
You stole that.
I was almost fooled until he did a GTS. I'm like, that's Punk's move, and then pulled his mask off. I'm like, you son of a, you crazy guy. Yeah,
you went to Dusty Rhodes.
I don't know. Yeah.
I need to borrow your outfit.
I was thinking, why does that look like one of Dustin Rhodes' old Gold Dust outfits? They just put the pics on it.
That's
there we
why
go. Yeah, Tom is saying, I think Joe wins here. Punk gets revenge in Chicago. All In and All Out are a week apart. I don't know if both guys can go on that. They might.
I thought
they might. I'm not 100% sure though.
I thought they were 2 weeks apart.
No, they're 1 week apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That might have been one thing. I mean, I'm gonna fault AEW for that, scheduling those two pay-per-views a week apart. But heck, you got Darby Allin doing the tag team coffin match at All In, and then a week later he goes for the TNT title at All Out against Luchasaurus in Chicago. I'm like, that guy better be ready. Oh, Thomas says, I knew it was Punk the moment he shoved the ref out on the outside. No, it was the GTS he attempted to do on Joe. I think the reason he botched it is because Joe's just a big guy. Samoa Joe's a pretty large dude, so that's probably why it didn't look that effective. But I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, so I think they are a week apart because All Out's on September 3rd.
Okay, so yeah, they are pretty much a week apart. I don't know if you can schedule a match between those two guys within that amount of time. Unless both of them ask for it, I guess.
2 matches have been announced so far.
Let's see.
I
know. What's the next one? MJF versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Title.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that Full Gear in November would be where MJF loses the title, but I'm thinking if you want to get it off him, I would say pull the trigger at this. Yeah, Thomas, is all Tony Khan's fault. He wanted to keep the All Out tradition on Labor Day weekend alive. I mean, I get it, but you could have. But then again, you can't push it. You can't push it down a week later because the NFL season starts and he's gonna need to be in, I think, Jacksonville for the Jaguars' first game of the season.
Yeah.
So I think Tony Khan found himself in a sticky situation because we're going to have college football starting Labor Day weekend, and then the NFL season starts a week later after that. So I think he found himself in one really weird situation. He had to figure out how do you schedule these. It's something he's really got to think about from now on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, I would think the first game of the season, Thomas, he would want to be there. Let's see about the Jaguars' schedule.
They play on the 11th. No,
Yeah, I
10th.
think so. No, on the 10th. Yeah, it's 10th. Okay. What? Nope. Come back here. Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm trying to think of when the NFL season would start next year. I'm not finding
Oh,
anything.
next year? Yeah, they play. No, actually, it looks like the Jaguars are going to Indianapolis to play the Colts on September 10th. So he probably doesn't have to be there. That would have been a good time to schedule this pay-per-view on the 10th of September because he's probably isn't going to go to Indianapolis. But
The
I mean,
only
he
way
could.
they could probably schedule it that way is if Jaguars played Monday night
Right, that would probably be in.
or
I don't
the
think
Thursday opener.
right, and the Jaguars are not in the Thursday opener this year.
No, Chiefs and Lions.
Yes,
Weird
Chiefs
matchup.
Lions on the Thursday, the 7th, and then Jacksonville Indy is the 10th.
Right.
But I'm not a fan of those two pay-per-views just being a week apart. It just doesn't seem right.
And people will probably go, I can't afford back-to-back pay-per-views.
Oh, I know I could.
Right.
That's just me though. I'll buy the Apple the iTunes cards and I'll pay the $49.99 on Bleacher Report both times. I don't care. That's
that
just me.
works.
That's just what I want to do. But everyone else is like, no.
But for those that couldn't
No.
afford it, they're like,
I couldn't afford it.
I can't do
All
both.
right. World title match, AEW. We have Adam Cole versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I did say pull the trigger. If you want to take the belt off Max like right now, I would highly suggest pull the trigger and do it at All In instead of then because you don't want to. I don't think they want to do it at All Out. AEW Grand Slam is September 20th, but that's a special episode of Dynamite. I don't think you want to do it there. And Full Gear would be about 2 months away. So I don't know how many of us want to wait that long.
I think it would depend on who gets the bigger pop.
True. And according to Thomas, All Out's buys are going to be low. Yeah, probably because people are probably still going to be buzzing from All In, and they're like, "Do I really want to watch All Out? Oh, I don't know."
Well, and they're building up this one more than they are All Out.
Right, they are.
But
And
this is like their WrestleMania.
This is probably going to be their WrestleMania. They just got to schedule this a lot better. If you want to keep All Out during Labor Day weekend, I would I don't know. They're going to have to figure out the scheduling for how to.
They've been making a lot of scheduling mess up.
This was a goof up on their part.
They scheduled what an NXT.
Right. It's like with Shawn Michaels scheduling NXT pay-per-views opposite AEW stuff. NXT would get beaten really bad on that one.
They would have.
Yep. Yeah, they have to hype up All In as this is first. Yeah, no, understandable. Who you picking to win in this one, Adam Cole or MJF for the AEW World Title?
I'll go MJF.
I'm going to go Adam Cole. I think it's his time. Hi, Alexa.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm picking Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole.
I mean, yeah, and you got in supposedly a few months, MJF's contract's going to run out. The so-called bidding war of 2024 is going to happen, and I don't know. You don't want MJF walking out of AEW with that championship. You really don't. Maybe next year they do All In July. That's not a bad idea, Thomas. That might not be a bad idea. But you gotta have it. I would highly suggest maybe if you're going to do Forbidden Door 3, maybe give it about a month in between. I think that might work.
Yeah, kind of like big events, the pay-per-views or whatever.
Yeah, and we did talk about Alexa Edge showing up on AEW. I said this earlier in the show. I would love to see him do a one-off appearance, kick Christian's butt, and just walk out the door. Like, see you later.
I think he'll be in the crowd.
He might be.
He could jump a barricade or two.
Like, He could just look like an average fan. You wouldn't know he was there unless the camera was looking for him.
He could do a Jey Uso and maybe spear somebody. I don't know.
Boo!
There's no super kicks. Super
Yeah.
kicks. He could just
He does-
spear somebody.
Yeah, Edge would spear him because he doesn't do kicks.
Yeah,
I've never seen him do a super kick, so there you go. All right.
I never have either.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would at some point.
He probably could if he wanted to, but I don't know.
They should have a spear versus spear match.
Edge and yeah, I know
I don't know
TK's
who
not
that
going to let MJF leave as champion. Thomas and Edge and Goldberg are the rumors, really, Alexa? Yikes!
What
I
about
know
that?
someone who's not going to be happy to hear about Goldberg.
Oh, I did
He
hear
does
about.
not want to hear about it.
I think a couple
Hates
weeks
Goldberg.
ago. I think a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, their AJ Lee's contract with Women of Wrestling expired.
Right. And if you watch Heels on Stars, there is a clip of her and CM Punk where she's practicing moves on him in preparation for a match against the actress who plays the female wrestler. And they did show that. They did like a split screen showing the actual scene and then the behind the cameras going around filming it and everything like that. And AJ Lee she looked great.
Yeah, she did.
She looked great. But does
I
she
think-
want to? That's the big question. Does she want to?
She says she does. I
CM
think.
Punk said you'd have to pay her. You would have to if WWE wanted her back that bad, they would have to pay her a ton of money, and I highly doubt she'd want to go back over there.
No, she'll go to AEW.
Yeah, she'll go where he is. I mean, they are married, and I'm sure she would want to go where he is. I don't know. Do you have her be an in-ring competitor? Do you have her behind the scenes as a producer? I don't know.
Well, it depends on what she wants. If she wants
Yeah, exactly.
to,
She got to do commentary, and I think she did producing for Women of Wrestling, and the matches looked really good based on what I saw.
they just came on really late.
Yeah. Oh, and Alexa's saying Brian Pillman Jr. training at the Performance Center. Yeah, we've heard about that. I know. I read about it. I read the rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas saying, yeah, we know she's not going back to WWE. We figured she's going to go to AEW where Punk is, so she and him can work for the same company. I mean, it's similar to Adam Cole and Britt Baker, a real life couple who want to work for the same company.
John Moxley and
Renee Paquette, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Renee is the backstage interviewer, and he's in the ring.
well, yeah, but still.
I get it though.
But yeah, two matches set for All In or All Out.
All Out. That's TNT title on the line between Darby Allin and Luchasaurus, and then you have Powerhouse Hobbs versus Miro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not sure about the Miro one though.
Yeah, that's based on a feud that's starting to develop on AEW Collision.
Okay.
It's like his first, like Miro's first feud since he's come back.
I feel like Collision's like the A show now.
It is. I mean, it has a different vibe, a different flow. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Thomas. I think Darby wins the title. If Christian may cost Luchasaurus that title by interfering. That's how I think that happens. Oh, Alexa, say, imagine if Charlotte goes to AEW because Andrade. Believe me, Alexa, I would love to see that. But I don't know. I don't know how long. I don't know how much time is left on Charlotte's contract. It might be a year or two. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask somebody who may have more info on that than I do.
We'll have to check our sources.
Yeah, I'll have to check our sources. Hey, hello, can you tell me how many years is left on Charlotte Flair's contract?
Yeah.
Let me know. Oh, this is going to be crazy with we got Raw, SmackDown determining more things for Payback, and we have All In, and then a week after that, All Out. Damn you, Tony Khan, you should have scheduled it better.
I know, you should have.
Yeah, Thomas says lots of rumors of, I've heard of those rumors. This has not been the first time it's not the first time we've heard rumors they split up. Where when they were engaged, there was rumors going around they split up, and then Andrade starts dropping little hints on his Instagram stories that he and her are still together. So this might be one of those.
But do you
Where the
think
next
they're
thing
just
you know,
doing
they
it?
could be on a they could be out on a boat. They could be out on a boat outside of they could be like in Cancun, Mexico on a boat.
But do you think they're just doing it for publicity?
No.
You know, like, hey, let's get the tabloids to write
Yeah,
this
to
up.
get
We'll
the dirt
pretend like
sheets to
we're
talk. Like they're breaking up. I'm like, I don't know if I buy that until
right.
I'm not buying it until either one says something about it. I think I have seen some pictures Charlotte's still wearing her wedding ring, so I highly doubt they've broken up.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so.
But I think that's all we got. As far as
Yep. I just
wrestling,
know this week is going to be absolutely nutty. That's for
it
sure.
will be. Next
Mhm.
2 weeks will be
Crazy.
like keeping track of college football.
I try not to because it gets crazy here. Like, who's going to win the game? The Montana Grizzlies or the Montana State Bobcats? Which
Well,
one? I'm
well,
like,
not
I
only
don't
that,
care. Leave me
no,
alone.
but just having this team go here, this team go there, but this team can go next year.
The conference realignment stuff, I'm like, ugh. It's enough to make your head explode. I'm waiting for the NFL season to get started.
At least that's solid and concrete. I mean,
That's true. That's true.
before I head out, any final thoughts?
Just this is going to be a crazy week of wrestling, and I think we're going to have a lot to talk about next Tuesday. That's for sure.
I think so too.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thomas is say, oh, what time do we start? Oh, your Mountain Time Zone, Alexa. Okay, it would be about 10:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
That's when the show starts. And yeah, give us a report on who you see in the Cauliflower Alley reunion there, Thomas.
There you go. Yep.
Let us know, but give us the update on that one.
Yeah, it's around 10 p.m.
Yeah.
But thank you everyone for watching, tuning in. We'll be back next week for Between the Ropes. Stay tuned to Coast. A lot of great shows. Morning Tailgate. We also have On Deck coming up Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday is Morning Tailgate. So make sure to tune in to those 4 bros. That's Friday. So make sure to tune in, and we'll see you guys next week.